Hello friends, welcome back to the channel if you have been here before. If this is your first time, I'd love to introduce myself. I'm Danny and I run this channel and a blog of the same name, contentmentwithsimplicity.com. And among other things, I share about how our family of 6 just organizes and systematizes our life with a bunch of little kids in a relatively small space. So today I'm going to be talking about our really quite simple and I would say like dull laundry system. Don't mind the kids, they are singing in the other room. I'm going to try to quickly film before I go out and tackle the painting project that is underway out there and the cleanup so that we can get on with dinner. So I am here inside our bathroom. So if you have not seen our house tour, we live in about 650 square feet. It's a rented cottage. We live rurally in New Zealand. And we have one bathroom. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath cottage. And we have one bathroom that we all use. And it is also our utility room. So it's also where our washing machine lives. So I'm going to grab the camera and just kind of show you the setup here. And then I'll walk you through our system. This probably won't be a long video because it's really quite simple. So that's the door out into, it goes directly out into the kitchen. But here is our washing machine. And you can see down here, this is just a kind of a DIY elevated platform that my husband built for me several years ago because I wanted to be able to slide our laundry basket underneath of the washing machine. In our old apartment, we kept the laundry basket in our bedroom. It slid underneath of a desk, but we have a different setup at this place and we've been here for about 3 years. So this has been our setup for the last 3 years. My 1-year-old absolutely loves to pull that out. So washing machine is here. As you can see, it's got clean laundry that's already been spun out. So the cycle is done. So the clean laundry is in here. And we typically use our washing machine drum. Is that what it's called? Where the clothes go? We use that as our dirty clothes hamper. So anytime anybody takes dirty clothes off, or, I'm stripping the kids after they've eaten something. This morning, my 1-year-old was covered in yogurt after he attempted to feed himself breakfast. So I just take off his clothes, throw them into the washing machine, and then they'll just stay in there until we're ready to start it. So the washing machine itself is our storage place for dirty clothes. The basket down here is actually just a backup. So there's like 3 things in here. These have been added since the laundry got started. I think it got started this like mid-morning today. So, which is not our usual system. So I'll talk you through that. So clothes are all in there. So you may have already guessed this or put this together, but I do not divide based on color. If I have like brand new clothes that are dark color, brand new jeans, I will separate and do like a dark load. But in general, I don't divide up by color. I don't wash with hot water. Everything gets washed in a cold water wash, and I don't divvy up by color. It all goes in there and it all gets washed at the same time. So I wash everything on cotton, and I use the same laundry soap for all of it. I just use, I oftentimes end up using my doTERRA laundry soap. I like that, but we ran out of doTERRA laundry soap, and so I bought a bottle of this. We're on a septic system, so we try to do things that are relatively natural, good for the water and the environment. So these shelves were kind of DIY'd. When we moved in, the shelves weren't here, but there was actually a divider right here that went up to the ceiling because the previous tenants in this place had a stackable washer dryer situation. We don't have that. So we just asked our landlords if we could take that divider down. They said, absolutely, do what you want with it. So then we asked them if we could build them into shelves and provide a little bit of storage here in our bathroom, which is also kind of our utility area. So this is where the laundry detergent is kept up here. One of these bins has some like stain remover, like a Tide to go sticks. And then up behind here, I have extra glass cleaner, but those in the back are also, those bottles in the back are also stain remover. So that's kind of our whole laundry setup here. Everything gets piled in. Typically, we add dirty clothes throughout the day, and then our washing machine has a delay function here. And so we will usually just load everything up, load the soap up at night, and then before we go to bed, oftentimes my husband takes a shower before he goes to bed at night because he does a lot of outdoor stuff work. So he'll take a shower and then he will just throw his dirty clothes straight into the laundry and then delay start it so that the machine will begin at about 6 in the morning, 5:30 or 6 in the morning. So then by 7:30, it's done and ready to get transferred into the next part of the cycle. So that's how it kind of works inside the house. We do not have clothes hampers in anybody's bedroom. We do not divvy up different family members' clothing. Everything just goes in there. When the kids change, they know to put their dirty clothes into the washing machine. Since this is also where our shower is, it's a very convenient spot to just strip off dirty clothes, throw them in the washing machine, and then people can take their showers. So that is the indoor part of the system. Now I'm going to walk you out. So when the laundry comes out of the washing machine, it goes to either the clothesline where I hang dry it if it's a nice day. I try to do that if I have time. And if I don't have time or if it's a rainy day, then it goes to our dryer, which is out in our woodshed. So I will take you out there. Okay, we are now outside. We have come out our front door, which is just around the corner there, down these few steps. And then here is where our dryer is inside of our woodshed. So let me kind of back up here so you can see inside. This is a big storage area. We actually don't keep that much wood in here. It's mostly just storage. But we have our laundry. We have one laundry basket, and that usually stays out here inside the woodshed here, inside the storage shed, if there is laundry in the dryer. So the dryer is here. It's a pretty basic one. We had some amazing friends gift us with this dryer after we had our third baby. So prior to that, we just hung dried everything. But we'd moved in here to this cottage, didn't have as much covered area to hang dry stuff. And in the winter, that does get kind of difficult here in New Zealand. So they said, hey, we want to gift you with like a baby gift, but we want to make it really practical. Can we find a used dryer for you? And I was actually initially kind of resistant to the idea because I love the simplicity of hang drying clothes, but elevating up to a third child, it seemed like a very logical thing. And I am so thankful that they had the forethought to do that for us. So they bought it for us. I think it cost them $150, $200. It was a really incredible gift, but also not like a huge expense. They just got it off of like Facebook Marketplace. And so it's very basic. You have the time. You can do a low setting or a high setting, and it just runs. So a lot of times we will bring laundry out at the beginning of the day, dry it, and then it will stay out here. It stays out here all night. And then in the morning, my daughter's morning chore job is to grab the laundry basket if it's inside, and to come out and check. If the laundry basket's not inside, then she knows that there's for sure laundry out here that's dry that needs to be collected. So she'll come out, grab the dry laundry, take it inside, and then put the wet laundry into the laundry basket. And she usually just leaves it for me right by the front door. So it's a little bit heavy for her to haul it down the stairs and around the corner. So I will bring it out when I have a chance in the morning. If I'm leaving to come out to load up in the car or something, that's a great time. Otherwise, I'll just run it out or I'll hang it up on the laundry line. So then the dry laundry that she brings inside, we have kind of a rule in our house where we do not leave laundry overnight. So it has to be folded and put away by that night, or at least folded by that night. Sometimes we'll fold it after the kids go to bed. My husband and I'll just throw it. Sorry, I'm losing my balance here. My husband and I'll just throw it on our dining room table, fold it real quick while we're kind of catching up over the day after the kids have gone to bed. And then we'll leave the kids' folded stuff on the table to have them help us put it away in the morning. Everything else we just put away on our own that night before we go to bed. So we have one couch in our house, so there's not like a big place that we can stack laundry. Since we don't have a utility room, there's no place to leave clean laundry. Sometimes I'll stack a load on my bed during the day so that I can just focus on homeschooling with the kids. But a lot of times I'll actually put the laundry load on half of the dining room table or on the kitchen counter and fold while we're doing homeschooling. So that is it. That's our simple laundry system. We usually do 1 load of laundry a day. Sometimes we'll end up doing a second load if we've gone out and gotten muddy, or if I need to do a load of diapers, because we do cloth diapers. And we'll do a second load and we'll just run through the cycle midday. I'll send my daughter out to collect the clean clothes, and we'll bring the wet clothes out and dry them. And it's pretty straightforward. Like, I think that it's amazing when people have organization systems for darks and lights. I grew up with my mom separating darks and lights and folding and washing them differently, but we just don't. We just wash everything. I haven't noticed that things get super, like, color doesn't bleed that much. I think a lot of our clothes, we end up getting used secondhand. So maybe the initial bleeding happens before that point. But in general, the system works really well for us. I never feel like we have stacks of laundry. I always feel like we're pretty on top of our laundry. And it's a system that's just flowing for us. So I hope that is helpful if you are looking for kind of a simple system for how to do laundry. I also have a video on how we organize our kids' clothes, which would be kind of the next step after the clean clothes get folded. Where do they go? How do they get organized? So you're welcome to check that out. I will put it in the notes down below to link it through. And that's it for me for this week. I hope you have a great week. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me. And let me know if there's any other systems in our house that you would like to hear about. I would be delighted to just, give you a peek into how we do stuff if we have a system. Sometimes we don't have systems for everything, but yeah, we've figured out some relatively good systems that work for us pretty well, and I'm happy to share them. So thanks. Have a great day.